I'm sorry?
Starters for tonight?
Yeah, Anthony already reported it, so he was right, yeah.
Always good. What did you like about that combination in particular? Because that's a lot of what we've been talking about is how do you not only get the best 5 guys to start, but then also to make the most cohesive rotation in second unit?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking to see if that group can set a tone defensively. Obviously, very athletic group, a lot of size. We got rim protection with Draymond and Trayce. Those two were, really good defensively together last year, and it's going to require us to execute offensively, play downhill, play fast, and they did a good job in the 2 preseason games we played them together. So hopefully continues to look good, and we'll give it a shot.
You think you want to see like a runway with this group? Like I'm sure you're not thinking of like an exact number of games, but I'm sure you're also not just thinking one game. How it goes tonight dictates it. Like how do you view how long you want to see?
I hope this group starts all year. That would be the hope, but we'll start this way and we'll go from there.
You've talked about how, with the starting combination, you hope the starting combination makes sense and then the second unit also makes sense. How does this combination work in terms of the bench too?
The bench has been phenomenal in the preseason, almost regardless of who we've played, because we've got so many guys who are worthy of playing. But all those combinations have looked good, and so I'm excited to bring those guys off the bench, and we're going to play a lot of people and try to play fast, and we'll see if we can put together really good two-way combinations and go from there.
How comfortable do you feel at this stage with some of the stuff that Terry's put in?
We're getting there. We're definitely more organized this year, I think, than we've been in the past. Terry's been a huge part of that. He's added so much to our staff and given us some different stuff that we're excited about. But he's such a good coach in so many ways that it's been fantastic to have him. I'm excited for him to be back here. He's going to get a huge ovation, I'm sure, and he deserves it.
You and Terry had a lot of battles over the years when he was head coach here. Now that he's on your staff, did you two talk about those memories at all when you were coming back here?
A few, yeah. I think we met in the playoffs 3 or 4 times, but we've had a few discussions about some of those matchups, and there's a reason I hired him. I always thought his teams were really well coached, well organized. I liked the offensive style. I think our vision of the game is similar in terms of player and ball movement. But they did some different things than us, and I wanted to incorporate some of those things with our team. And so obviously it's very early, but we're getting there. I think we're trying to build our identity and figure out exactly who we are. But Terry's really been a huge help in that regard.
This might be a wider question, but you talk about organization, and I know that random basketball is like a buzzword-y term, and how do you kind of balance that need to be organized with like the need to play random, and like how does that kind of work itself out?
Well, I think everybody has to adapt to their own personnel, and we played random motion basketball for many years, but we tried to give the players some structure and then play to our strengths. And I think what I've learned about myself and our staff over the last couple of years is we needed to adapt and to the modern game, to the spacing, to the three-point shooting, and we needed to do a better job. And so those are the things that we've been working on. But that's based on our circumstances. I think every coach has to figure that out.
Steve, is Wiggs ready to go 30 minutes or more?
I'm sorry?
Is Wiggs ready to go 30 minutes or more, you think?
I think he's close. He played over 20 the 2 games that he played. We've had a couple good practices. I wouldn't expect him to play that much tonight, but he's not too far off from being able to do that.
Thanks, Coach.
Steve.
Thank you.
Excitement level to finally have the night here and be with the new squad.
Yeah, super excited. Always like the first day of school, but like 100 times better when you got the opening day or the the first game of the season. So I'm super excited. I can't wait till tonight.
How much progress do you think this team has made from day one of camp up to now?
I think that's one of the best things we did. Just took advantage of every day to get better. Like even on days, some days maybe guys didn't feel like coming in. Like we still came in and went hard. Detailed work, like communicated things, got on the same page. So that was a very productive camp.
A lot of different lineups you guys experimented with. Just what does that say about the flexibility, the malleability that you think this group is going to have this season?
Yeah, it's like a good problem to have. Honestly, like we got a lot of guys that could go. So that's a tough job on Steve. He gonna have to do what he do and figure it out.
Do any of the other teams you played on in your career kind of compare to this one in terms of depth?
Yeah, I was telling somebody the other day. It reminds me of my third year in San Antonio, where like Kawhi gets hurt. You got Jonathan Simmons, you got DeJounte Murray, you got myself, you got D.White, all on the bench not playing. So this team is very similar to that. Like obviously after you see myself, DeJounte, D.White go on to have very good NBA careers. So like that, this team is very similar.
What have you seen from just everybody's ability to stay ready, even just the type of person and player to stay ready, even if maybe somebody isn't going to get the run that they want early in the season?
Yeah, it's a credit to their character, really. That's a tough spot to be, to like get to this level and not get the minutes you want. But you could do two things. You could sulk and be pissed and not be ready when your time come, or you could just stay ready mentally, physically, and then when your time is ready, called on, you're ready to go. So I think it's just a credit to everyone's character, going through the tough parts of the season.
Did you catch the Celtics game last night?
The who, Celtics? Yeah, I watched that game.
You got up 61 threes. I know you guys want to shoot a lot of threes, but is that something, does 61 feel like a lot?
That's a lot right there. I ain't gonna lie. That's a lot. I don't know. Maybe we'll see tonight. Maybe Steve will tell us to shoot more, or maybe we'll get that number and he'll tell us to tone it down. We'll see.
Just throughout the preseason, you like the quality of looks you guys were able to get from deep? It feels like a lot in transition, a lot of catch and shoots, lots after ball swings. What did you see?
Yeah, 100%. I think a lot of guys want to play fast now, and credit to Steve for telling us to not be shy, fly up the floor. We see a shot we like, take it. So I think a lot of guys would prefer to play fast this way nowadays.